Hey, it's Mickey with Motion Restoration. So in today's video, I'm going to go over a self-massage for tennis elbow or lateral epicondylitis. So first thing you're going to do is grab a lotion, something that has a good amount of glidability. Coconut oil, if you don't have any lotion at home, is a phenomenal way to go as well. So you're going to grab your lotion in the opposite arm that is affected, warming the lotion up in your hand, starting just from the top part. Go all the way down into your forearm and then into your wrist. So we're going to be warming up the area above the lateral epicondyle, opening the area up. I also find that biceps tendon does also get involved quite a bit. So this is good to use your heel of your hand for the self-massage portion of this if you don't have enough of that finger strength. So we're going to start first. I'm going to flip the arm over. We're going to go into the biceps here. Even using just the edge of your thumb is also a great way to go. So just pushing in along the biceps muscle and working from the medial or the inside of the arm, and then work your way out to the lateral side, which is the outside of the arm. So all the way down from the crease of your elbow, all the way up into the shoulder. And then again, work that way out laterally or the outside of the arm. So just a few passes of this is going to help just to open up all of the blood circulation, open up the muscle, so then we'll have a little bit more better blood flow. And then we're going to go the back of the upper arm here, which is called your triceps muscle. So even just that bone here, so your elbow bone is called an olecranon. So just going a little bit more inside to that, putting in some lotion, and then you can just use the pads of your fingers and then strip up along. You can feel the nice hard part of the bone along the back of the arm here. So, and then going into the triceps muscle all along the back, up into the back part of the shoulder, and then working yourself medially, so we're going inwards, so we're just above that olecranon or that elbow bone, all the way up into the back of the forearm. Now if you want a little bit extra, even just starting with that elbow straight, and then as you press in, you can leave your fingers, you're going to hook that muscle in, and then you're just going to bend your elbow as you strip up. I find this to be a little bit more deep. Feels phenomenal. And then work yourself in as you're going and bending that elbow all the way medially. All right, so we've opened up that upper part of the arm now. Let's get into the forearm. So first we're going to go into the flexor portion. So relaxing the opposite side of the arm that hurts. So even taking your other forearm and using the bone of the ulnar bone on the opposite arm and just resting that on top and dragging it up along the flexors. And we're just going to wake up those muscles, increase circulation, open everything up, get in some nice blood flow. So I like to start from the wrist and work my way up. And then you can start from the elbow, the crease of the elbow, and push down. The nice thing about doing a self-massage is you are in control of the pressure that is being used. All right. And then we'll work our way to the pain. All right, so the extensor side of the arm, so this portion of the arm, so if you're going palm down, it's going to be the back of the hand, that side of the forearm. So this is where we're going to notice the pain of the tennis elbow, the lateral epicondyle, that's where it's going to be. So if you have a lot of forearm hair, make sure that you're using enough lotion that you're not going to be pulling. So again, we can use the bone of that radius on our opposite arm and just go along the extensor part of the arm down to the wrist and then back up. So warming up these muscles nicely without having to use too much of our hands. And if that's an awkward position to get into, you can use, again, that heel of your hand all the way up and then back down. You're going to have to use your thumbs for a few of the areas where it is necessary for a little bit more of the pinpoint areas. So we're going to go to that bony prominence, and you're going to come up a little bit, straighten your arm out, and you're going to feel a nice bony prominence. And then when we bend it, we're going to go in a little bit more. You're going to feel a little bit of a divot and then another bony prominence. So if you move your forearm back and forth, you can feel that bone is moving with you. That is the head of your radial bone. So in between the two of them, there's a bit of a groove. Now that's where I want you to put in that groove a lot of thumb pressure. And you're going to strip that area. You're going to go up and down, back and forth. So this area is going to be quite tender. This is where I found myself, I've had tendonitis in both of my elbows. I've actually torn 90% of my tendon in my right arm and about 70% in my left arm. So I know all about tennis elbow and pain. All right, so strip that area up and down, back and forth, circles. So this area is going to be quite tender. All right, so after you've given that area some nice love, some good amount of attention, then you're going to go over that big bone, and then you're going to find that's exactly where we were on that triceps area there, and then you're going to come over and you're going to feel it kind of drops into a bit of a shelf, and that is going to be quite painful as well. So again, using that thumb, because it's easier to get in than it is trying to move over with your elbow. So with that thumb, and you're just going to friction along. There's a big bony prominence, again, the head of the radial bone. So I want you to friction all along. There's a groove in there. Feel that bone again, and you're just going to strip that along all the way to that front. So we're going to go kind of a semicircle around. So you're going to find that at the ledge, friction, finding areas of tension, finding areas that you're going, oh my gosh, that is killing me. I want you to stay on those areas that really hurt, and friction up, down, back, forth. Not until the pain's gone, because a lot of the time if we don't eliminate the cause of the pain isn't going to go away. So you're just going to be bringing blood, bringing circulation into the area. So then again, we're going to be smoothing the muscle out with that forearm, or smoothing the muscle out with that palm of our hand. So after we've given a lot of love into that lateral portion, or the lateral epicondyle where the tennis elbow is located, I want you to come down, and we're going to go down into our hands, because our muscles of our forearms all insert into our hands. The tendons, this is where they go into. So making sure you're giving your hands some love. Just pull the fingers, and you can traction them, and you can give them a little bit of a twist. Then you're going to go and push all of the blood. So think of it as just squeezing the hand, and you're just going to push everything up towards the shoulder. Now you want to end all of your self massages by pushing the blood, and you're going to push everything up towards your main lymphatic areas, their lymph nodes. So you have a big cluster of them in your armpit. So you're just going to push everything up. Now, why we do that is we don't want the blood to sit stagnant in an area and just not allow enough nutrients and new blood flow to come in and to help heal that area that is going to be so inflamed in that forearm. So that is what I found to be the best. Now, it is good to spend 5-10 minutes on that area. It depends on your other hand's strength, because you don't want to cause another problem in your other side of the body. So just give yourself enough love on the one side that you can feel that there's more blood, there's more oxygen, there's going to be more nutrients come into the area to help heal it. It is also a good idea to take a look at your habits. What is causing that lateral epicondylitis? What is causing your tennis elbow? Because a lot of the time, if we don't eliminate the cause, we'll never fix the problem. It can take up to 6-8 weeks until this has actually been fixed. So really focus on it, even a couple of times a day. Again, 5-10 minutes. That's all you're going to need. Ice the area, especially when it's new, because it is inflamed. And then you're going to want to heat the area afterwards. So once it's been in the more chronic long-term condition, you're going to want to add that heat and then give yourself a good massage after as well. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment below. Also, I would love to know, what other areas would you like me to do? Anything to help you increase your motion. So again, we're here for motion restoration, and I'd love to hear any of your comments.